Hey, what's up, guys? On today's episode, we're going to talk about what Gen Z is watching online and what does that mean for marketers in 2020. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Bite Size Marketing Hack Podcast, where you get the confidence to hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time. Hey there, friends. My name is Mark.
My name is Rashawn.
And welcome to Bite Size Marketing Hacks, where we love to help break it down and give you little bite-sized pieces to more effectively connect with the right people for your business in 2020. And, there's this rising trend of the Gen Z coming on the scene.
The next generation. The flex generation.
The flex?
No.
You were talking with some Gen Zers the other day, right? Like a week or two ago?
Yeah. I was hanging out with a ton of Gen Zers a couple weeks ago, and it's just fascinating what's happening in that space. Just young leaders, young kids, they're young leaders that are really, becoming more confident when it comes to influencing and impacting their generation, whether it's for good or for bad, honestly. I've been noticing more of that, but also just more questions being asked in the social media space about what it means to be an influencer and what does this mean going to look like 20 years from now. So
part of my history is I've done youth ministry, and in recent years worked with a lot of Gen Zers and become friends with and seen a lot of just a lot of the attributes, I guess, of the Gen Z generation. And I think one of the things that stood out to me is there's a real I think maturity that comes a little bit earlier with the Gen Z. And so I think what's key to me about that is there are going to be some leaders and those who are going to have they're going to be saving their money and investing it in a wise way, because I think there's this real I think there's this wisdom that comes with that generation. So I think in terms of what that means for businesses, it can be really smart to understand what makes Gen Zers tick and to market to them in a way that's not trying to manipulate them, but really cuts to the quick and connects with them.
So true. And it just blows my mind how much information they're consuming every single day. And I'm interested in seeing how is this really, just like you were talking about, is going to, impact them so they can impact us when we're old with gray hairs. You know what I'm saying? So I really think that this is a generation, that'll be able to pour out so much, man. But we'll have to look into what literally the marketers need to do in order to engage this generation.
That's good. So today, looking at the Gen Z generation specifically with how you guys are engaging online with video. And there's some things that maybe if you're Gen Z and you're watching, you're like, duh. But some of the folks who are older, who are trying to market to you, or even if you're trying to market to those who are in your generation, or maybe you're older and you're trying to say, how do I connect with Gen Z? These are some keys for you. So there's been just a crazy rise in the format of vlogging in the last, 5-6 years maybe.
Pretty crazy. Right?
And so kind of the breakdown of how I understand what makes vlogging so unique, and then you can hit it too, but is this is not produced video content. This is pull out my iPhone, I'm having a bad day or whatever, and I'm just gonna pull it out and
just talk,
share my thoughts and start talking.
Wow. And
I think why it works is because it's so raw and so real, and because it's so consistent with people's experience. And it feels like you're getting tapped into somebody's life, and you're becoming the friend of this person.
So true. And I love how you said that, Mark, because one of the greatest things, even the vloggers that I follow very lightly, but still I appreciate every single time they do a video, is the need for access. I would love to access what sort of behind scenes, whether they're an influencer on Twitter that I've been following for years, or maybe it's an author that I picked up his book a while back and was impacted. Having that access just by the way, of you vlogging and, you know, documenting your life
Yeah.
is bar none one of the quickest ways I connect with someone. Like, I'm in their living room, I'm in their kitchen just by
Right.
watching through the screen. Now I get to see these moments in real time that they're having, and that relates to me. You got a crying baby over there, and, you know, baby's acting up all day long. Like, that relates to me. I can
Right.
connect with you on
Yep.
that level for sure. So it's nice.
So I think there's this like dance that we have to do in business between communicating that we have authority, we're legitimate, we're like
Yeah.
we can solve your problem, so we're not just like shoestring and just flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you want things to be a little bit professional, but then you also want things to be accessible. And it's
True,
like
true.
it's like you got to
That's
balance
good.
it, right?
Yes, so good.
So I think sometimes, especially in the past 20, 30 years, mostly the philosophy has been like it's got to be well polished, well put together.
Yeah.
And it's like I think we've got to more and more be dealing with this reality that it's a mixture of both.
Yeah,
It's
so
really
true.
going to make the sale and connect with people. And that's where vlogging is so powerful.
Love it, bro. Love that. Yeah, I totally agree.
That's awesome.
No, not too much accessibility, but more professional. You know,
Yes,
both. You
both
balance
and.
them.
Both and. So number 2, this is a Gen Z real focus is informative content.
that's
and
good.
Dude, I think this is more than Gen Z. I think this is everybody
Yeah.
is jumping
Oh, yeah.
on YouTube and is looking up how to whatever change the tire,
Yeah,
how to
true.
make pancakes. I mean, like
Yes.
you're YouTubing whatever it is that you might need to know how to do that day.
Yeah. So
And-
good.
Yeah.
And infographics, one of my favorite
Right.
YouTube channels. They just do these creative, like,
Mm-hmm.
they have creative content with basically someone doing a voiceover with cartoons, but it's an infographic commercial on
Right.
YouTube that gives us all updates like coronavirus or whatever is going on in
Yeah.
politics and trends. But it's really a informative, but a creative spin to it. I love
good.
it so much, and I know there's so many Gen Zs that follow it as
Yeah.
well because I see them posted on TikTok.
So
But-
I think we all want to learn, and I
Yeah.
think brands are catching on to this more and more. We talk about this a lot here, but just to keep hitting that of like, there are things that you do that people could benefit from and learn from more than just your products. So how can you inform
Wow.
and educate and make that a part of your marketing strategy? Because that may be the way that people first have a first touch with you before they consider your stuff. So
Game changer.
more informative content. All right, so Gen Z is on Snapchat and
Oh,
TikTok.
wow.
Those are
those two.
both
social
of our
platforms.
our social platforms and like the vertical
the vertical
orientation or whatever you call that. Yeah. Any thoughts on either of these you want to hit?
I absolutely love one. I'll just mention Snapchat because I believe Snapchat is more personal on so many levels where you
Yeah.
can actually we were talking about blogging, how you have access to an individual's life, but I would say Snapchat is like that bite-sized vlogging,
Right.
something where you can immediately connect with someone on a personal level with just a quick video. But they're also, as we'll talk about, they added a new feature which I want to know more about. I
Yeah.
haven't been on Snapchat personally. The only it seems like platform I've been running away from is Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I haven't been on that for a while, but I want to hear more about what they're doing now.
So this is funny because some of you Gen Zers out there watching or listening will have no context for this. But I remember when I was like in second grade and third grade back in the 90s, and you know there would be these episodes on TV like a sitcom, and every single time they were 22 minutes long.
22.
And the reason why is because they had commercial breaks for 8 minutes, like
Yeah.
interspersed in there. And so every episode is exactly that long.
Wow.
And so it kind of just like created this expectation for the way that the stories are communicated. They're going to be in these 22-minute
22-minute chunks.
right? And
Wow.
even if you go back and you binge watch all the episodes, they're all about that long. Well, with the rise of internet and live streaming
Sure.
and Netflix and all these different platforms, and now Snapchat, it's like there's different lengths of video.
So many different links.
So all of that to say, enter Snapchat Original. Snapchat is trying to find a way to make their platform unique. So they're adding in not just informative content like sports and news and all that stuff, which they've had, but now they're adding in creative storytelling with like 5-minute
Wow.
produced videos where you can
That's crazy.
catch a video that's like your latest stories in 5-minute chunks.
That's
So
awesome.
it's like different way of
Yeah.
approaching storytelling and
True.
and your favorite show.
They're really unique on, their part of doing this, Snapchat, because no one else is necessarily doing exactly what they're wanting to do, but the storytelling is what's huge.
Yes.
Catching people's emotions, really getting their attention through the means of story is going to change a lot of way we see business and everything.
I think it is, and I think it's even going to be changing the way that people produce and create content, like what kind of content people want, because these platforms like Snapchat, and then we're talking about TikTok in a second, they're making all the content so short.
Wow.
And
That's
get to the point and
crazy.
get out. I think
Yeah.
we're going to see more and more even like storytelling content.
Storytelling content,
that's
yeah.
short, because people are getting used to this, like get to the point, get out. Get to
Yeah,
the point, get out.
exactly.
And so I think even the platform, it's crazy, is shaping and changing the way that we engage with even entertainment.
So true. So true.
wild.
And I think, we'll talk about TikTok a little bit.
Yeah,
'cause
let's do that.
all
Yeah,
right,
talk
cool.
about TikTok,
So
yeah.
moving into TikTok, as you guys know, is a social media platform that's exploding
Right.
over the past few months and even the past year. It's just
Yeah.
been growing. And what I've been noticing even more, one about which we talked about at one point, where you can download videos and different
Right,
things
right.
like that. But I've been noticing a lot of Gen Z going over to YouTube with compilations of videos from TikTok, and they've been doing like 3-minute videos with all short TikTok videos, 15-second videos, and it's just been exploding their YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Because one, the videos are so short, 15 seconds. Before that 15 seconds ends, you're already anticipating that next 15-second video, and when it starts, you don't want to jump off
Yeah.
that video because here's another video, and a lot of people are making these compilations that are
Yeah.
doing amazing, and I think that's just what, and these are Gen Zs that are doing this.
Yeah.
Really creative kiddos, and they're doing great things. Sorry if I called you a kid, by the way, Gen Z.
So here's what I want to say is like a takeaway. Like if you stuck around with us in this episode for this long, here's what you need to know. If you're an organization or if you're a business, what does this all mean for your marketing?
Yeah.
Some of this we've shared before, but here's what you need to know. I think we can get in this mindset, and you got to tackle this mindset of waiting until we've got everything produced and together before we
Yeah.
start. So number
Yeah.
one, you've got to just start. And even if it looks horrible, even if it's all over the place, even if you don't know what you're doing, it's getting started that'll get it to where it needs to be.
So true. That's it, brother. That's it. And I think, really, if you're out there in your business, glean in some of the things that if you're trying to reach
Yeah.
the next generation, look and see what they're doing. Look and see what they're posting. Look and see what resonates with them.
Yeah.
And see how your business can adjust accordingly to reach them.
That's good.
Yeah.
So get started, and then how? How do you begin? Because it's like, I don't have time to add one more thing. Well,
Yeah.
don't add one more thing. Instead, pull out your phone while you're
Yeah.
doing other things in your day, in your week. Instead of trying to add in a special set aside time to add some marketing in, what's connecting with Gen Z is the raw, the real anyways.
True.
So just be willing to, and you have to do a mental work here, but be willing to start to open up your life
Yeah.
and open up your business life and just record it as it happens. And that's what's going to connect.
So
and
good.
you don't have to add anything extra to your day.
Awesome. That's a great word, Mark. I gotta rewind this back and listen again.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes,
This was an
absolutely.
awesome episode. I had a fun time connecting and spending time with you guys and Mark. Let's go.
Let's go. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And visit us at bitesizemarketinghacks.com for more resources and episodes that will help you hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.